Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Insight, everybody. We have some very exciting guests coming up, but not until later, so you guys are just going to have to wait and see who those are. Right now, we're just going to talk a little bit about current events, what's going on. And at the top of my list is crazy Lady Gaga and Elton John.
Yes.
And how he named Lady Gaga Godmother to his child.
Right.
It is crazy.
You know,
This lady wore an egg to the Grammys.
Let's not even talk about the egg.
A meat dress.
Yeah, she wore meat. What is she gonna wear to his baptism? Like,
you
know, like
Oh my God.
chunks of hamburger on her head. I mean, like.
Carry a chicken under her arm.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be
So
interesting.
many great people that a kid could look up to. Elton, buddy, what went through your head?
What are you thinking?
What were you thinking? Gaga, nothing wrong with you. I mean, you're perfect, you're fine, you're famous. I wish you the best, but come on, Elton.
Yeah.
You just lost it.
You know, let's talk about the definition of a godmother. Like, what is she supposed to do? What are her responsibilities?
Exactly.
You know, like if
Exactly.
something happens to
their
Elton John
parents.
and his
Who
partner.
is not a young, fresh chicken himself.
Right,
Okay?
right. So, you know, the days are counting backwards. So, I mean, I love them both as performers. I think that, you know,
Beautiful, yes.
amazing. Like, they're just like, I'm at awe whenever I watch them perform.
Right.
But, you know, if something happens to him and his partner, Lady Gaga's going to be carrying this little
mother.
child as a
Right?
Mother.
Would
surrogate
you-
mom, basically.
That's what I said. I mean, what type of parent can you be that you have? I mean, so many great people, so many beautiful people that a kid could look up to.
Yeah,
And you're choosing Gaga.
yeah.
Just put the name Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Did
Who
you-
is your godmother?
Lady Gaga.
Well, he's going to be a popular one, that's for sure. Let me ask you, did you ladies hear anything about her performance here in Broward and Palm Beach County? I'm sorry, Dade County, her latest concert?
I didn't hear how it went.
Yep,
I did
okay.
not hear
So,
that
you know, on Facebook, I'm always on Facebook, and we're going to talk about that later and how that affects your life. So that's a whole different story. But what I heard was that she was using religion in a very liberal way, and it offended a lot of different people. And, you know, and the whole godmother thing is just a little bit of a contradiction in my book. You know, I don't know. So anyway, enough of that.
Well, I mean, you can go on and on about religion and Gaga for days. She has a new song coming out called Judas that a lot of people are saying is like, I don't know, crazy, and she's trying to defend it. And I don't know, I guess I'm not old enough to remember, but I hear that, you know, back when Madonna was coming out and she was popular and with Like a Virgin and all this other stuff that she did, it was the same situation that Gaga is in right now. So
Crazy.
20 years from now, we're going to look back and say, oh, Lady Gaga,
Gaga.
what a great choice, Elton John. She's a good person.
The verdict's still out on that one.
Elton, here we go.
Yes.
Shame on you.
You know, switching gears a little bit, what do you guys ladies think? I keep saying guys and I apologize.
No, it's
it's just,
alright.
you know, the street lingo, you know?
There you go,
So
street
you
lingo,
grew up
we're
in the
just used
streets,
to it.
you know.
I'll be
and-
one of the guys.
Yeah, we're guys over here, you know.
What do you ladies feel about the Nook E-Reader that replacing books? You know, and I see a lot of my little boys' friends walking around with this little tiny computer-looking thing, reading books. I see people at the gym doing cardio, reading these little electrical books. And to me, I think to myself, whatever happened to like the sensuality of like smelling the book's page as you turn it, and you know, even going to Barnes and Noble or a bookstore looking for a book as a social event. You know, technology is just crazy.
Yeah.
What do you? Tell us how you really feel.
I feel you now.
I move a lot, and I feel lugging books everywhere I go is the biggest pain in behind, and I hate it. And I think that the Kindle, I don't know about this Nook, but I think that the Kindle is like the greatest invention on earth.
Okay.
You know, you can go, first of all, have you seen it by the pool in the sun?
Yes.
There's zero
No
glare.
glare.
No glare. It's perfect.
No glare.
And then,
There's no glare on pages
and then-
of books either.
There we go.
okay, but it doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds.
Okay.
And you can take 400 books with you in a little tiny device. And listen to this. I was talking to somebody, and I was talking to her about some book that I had heard was so good, and I'm not going to say what it was, and she was like, oh my God, that sounds great. So she pulls up her Kindle, and she looks it up, and she reads the synopsis.
Whatever.
And she says, "Boop, I just purchased it. And I was like, what? No. And she goes, yeah, it's right here. And
it's too easy.
She shows me, here it is.
Exactly.
It's too easy.
It's too easy.
It has its pros and its cons.
Yes.
Like I do see the beneficial of if you want to read 7 books. I doubt that you're gonna read 7 books in a day.
On vacation, if you're going on vacation, you're taking a cruise, you're away for 12 weeks.
Are you going alone?
Okay, exactly.
Yeah,
Hold on.
You're going to the beach.
I'm going away for 12 days.
Okay.
I do not want to see a book. I want to share it with my significant other.
Yes.
And not think about reading. I want to go to the beach. I want to go climbing. I want to go see things.
Okay, but that's, you know,
if you're in a hospital sick and like...
Right.
Right. Personality though.
Yes.
I work on the beach on the weekends, and I see a lot of couples that come down for 2 weeks, and they don't want to spend every single minute together.
Okay.
And when they're there, sometimes husband goes golfing and wife is left to what? Go shopping. There's not a whole lot for a middle-aged woman to do on South Beach, you know, except for shopping. So she brings her Kindle. And she can sit down and read in the afternoon, lay out by the beach, just relax, enjoy the sun with the Kindle. The most perfect invention ever.
I'm flipping pages.
Yeah, you know, I guess it's one of those topics that once you're hooked, and you're not gonna change your mind, right?
No way.
I'm hooked on books, and you know, I like the old-fashioned kind of book reading.
You
know, the little earmarks and
going
back to that.
And then you're going to read the back of the book. Let me see. I want to read it. And then you just take it home for you to
read. I love
that.
And you know, like if you're talking about a book and you just happen to be done with it, you can let your friend read it and you know never see it again, even though they tell you they're gonna return it, right?
Say, hey Stella, this is a great book. Look it up on your Kindle, and for $2 you can download it. Boop, and then you got it.
Okay.
And then I don't even have to meet up with you. I can just call you on the phone. Be like,
see, but that's the thing. Social interaction. Hi, how are you? Let's go.
We should have a book night. We should have like a book night. Oh, what book you're reading? Oh,
yeah.
And you'll send it. My Kindle says.
Book night.
What do you ladies think about the switching gears again? The Victoria's Secret models and like. Okay, whenever I go to the gym, I have to walk by a Victoria's Secret store, and I see pictures of, I swear, 12-year-old girls with their legs spread open and looking pretty sexy. And to me, it's like they're too skinny, number one, and maybe they're too young, and that's why they're so skinny. What do you ladies think about that?
I mean, age.
Age.
There's an age for everything.
Yeah.
You are 7, you play Barbies. I was 15 and I still play Barbies. I was so proud of that. But you have an age for everything. You have to learn how to discover yourself. At 12, you don't know what you want.
I know.
You still want to either play Barbies or go to the mall and shop.
And here we are, you know, much older than 12, thinking we need to look like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing with the modeling, and I think this is going to be an issue until the world ends.
Yeah.
Until the world ends. They're always going to have, and it starts with, you know, Versace and Gucci, and they want the stick figure to walk down the runway, and who is a stick figure? 12, 13, 14-year-old girl. And then once they hit their 20s, their metabolism slows way down.
Yeah.
And then you get into eating disorders and everything else.
And then comes bulimia and anorexia and crying and
this is something we can
talk
about all day.
We're talking about the vanities on women. Now let me talk to you about vanities on boys. Coming up next, men, vanity,
plastic surgery.